All right, tubers, Jeff Lindsay in the garage. It is December the 15th, I think. I had a good response from the little video we put up about the steering column, and it seems like a good steering column on the outside. Don't know yet. One of the things was I was asked to check and make sure that the tilt, and there's no slop in it at all. There's no movement. Every little click, I mean, it's fine. So I think that's probably okay. It does look like the nut has been taken off of this. I'm not sure if somebody has already tried to pull this wheel. I don't know. We sprayed it down and it's been soaking for about an hour. I do not have a puller, but we're going to try to make us one up right quick and see. I need to drill and tap that center hole and make a bolt with a little bit of a point. Shouldn't be a problem. And we'll put a little pressure on it and see if we can get it to move. This is a piece of 1/4-inch plate that I just cut and drilled. We'll see if we can get this to move, and we'll bring you back when we have a little bit. All right, tubers, we come in there and added a little stiffener piece to this thing. We're gonna see what happens. We're hoping that it'll just come right off. If I can get it started. I believe that, hopefully that did it. Yep, that did it. Ha-ha. Believe that got it. All we did was just come in there and add a stiffener, welded that stiffener right up to that, and it pulled it right off. Man. Ooh. Nasty. That is nasty. Let's see. Ooh-wee. Rusty mess there. Goodness. Splines don't look good at all. I believe somebody had tried to get that off because the nut was already gone and they might not could have pulled it off. Look at that rust. Not good, not good. The splines seem to be there. It's just a lot of rust. And we may can blast that off and clean it up enough to where it's usable. We'll see. We shall see. All right, we'll bring you back. A little retaining ring that's inside there that holds this piece. You couldn't even see yet for all this crud and stuff. And like I say, we blew it out a little bit. It's in there, and this piece loosened up, and there's a spring in there. See that spring back there? That's keeping this thing pushed out. So we got to push it in. There's a little tool that's available. I don't know if I can make one. We'll see. I might can make something that'll work. We'll see. We'll bring you back. All right, so the way I got this little retaining ring off, I probably will not be able to get it back on. You can squeeze each side of this down with something enough to get an awl with a point and a little flat head with a point. You can get it behind that ring and pull that ring off. And there's the ring. But I assure you, that's how much gap that spring's pushing outward. There's no way I'll be able to get it back on without one of those tools. So I was just messing around with it, and I felt like I could probably get it off there, and voila, it came off. So, all right, so the tilt arm and the ignition switch housing for lack of a better term, is off. I don't know how far into this thing I'm gonna get today, but I see roll pins, I see all kind of stuff looks like up there. So we may be getting into something we need to hold off and document a little bit better. Some kind of little spring here. I guess that's for this. Not sure what all that is. The blinker arm, I'm not sure where it is supposed to be. We'll have to check that out, but it's obviously it's gone, so it could be broken. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Earlier I said that I didn't realize about the blinker bar. Obviously the entire switch is missing on this column, as well as the ignition. Those are the only two things so far that I know are missing. There could be some other stuff, hopefully not. These two pivot dowels that are in there are 832 thread, if anybody wants to know. I checked those. I don't know for sure. I know they make a little tool. I'm gonna make a little slide hammer real quick and weld this to it and just see if I can tap these out, and when we get that, we'll bring you back. All right, we just made up a little quick slide hammer deal and put a socket on it. It's nothing more than a long bolt with that 832 bolt, and we're gonna screw it right in there, hopefully, and just see if we can knock this roll pin out. Basically it's a dowel pin, and there it is, comes right out. Pretty slick. And we'll drop around to the other side over here and see if we can drop it out of there, and that should free all that up from what I've been watching. All right, we'll bring you back. All right, tubers. Once you get the two pivot pins, what I call them, it's just a dowel pin pretty much, got a little shoulder on it. That holds this housing, which has your rack gears that go up in there that actually do the pulling that raises and lowers that shaft, I'm assuming. It's got your bearings in there, and of course the front bearing is going to come out with it, and just catch your ball bearings there, stick them in something so you don't lose them. All this is going to have to come out and be cleaned up good. If I'm going to restore this thing, I'm going to try to do every piece, you know what I mean, and just try to document the way this thing comes apart. I don't really understand. I don't know why I'm explaining this like I know what I'm doing, because I assure you I don't. But just my mechanical background and what I do for a living, and the YouTube videos hopefully will get me tore apart and put back together in a working condition. Definitely some parts to buy. They cut the wires. The blinker switch, again, it was completely gone. The lever, the switch, so all that. The steering wheel cap with the horn, wiring and all, I'm assuming all that's missing, but it is available. I've been looking around on online, so all that stuff's available. A friend of mine in North Georgia pointed out that there is a clip that holds this end in, and we'll find that, or we'll order a new. Probably just need to order a new piece there. I've seen them. So again, we're going to take it down as far as we can get it, so we can clean it up and restore it, and hopefully put it back together and have a good looking column. I was able to find this piece that actually goes to the steering box with the rag joint and the connections and the bolt in it, believe it or not. So I think I saw Russ restore this piece, so we'll refer to his video. The boot is gone, it's busted open, so we'll have a piece or two to buy here. It looks like this comes apart, as If I can focus in a little bit better for you. It looks like that comes apart so you can change that and or grease, service, or whatever you want to do to that piece. So we've got this, and let me get you a little better shot of what that looks like. That. So we're down to here, to the actual knuckle joint. I'm not sure at what point I'll be able to pull this shaft out. I'm gonna go to the other end down there and see if that'll come off and I can just take this shaft out this way. If not, we'll keep plundering around, looking at other videos and figure it out. We'll bring you back. All right, so after plundering around a little bit, let me get my way. This piece pulls off the bottom of the shaft down there. And then this shaft is going to just pull right out, which will open things up to be able to take it on apart, I'm assuming. Yeah, it's coming all the way out. There you have it. There you have it. There's the knuckle joint, and it looks like that just pops in and out. Yep. Pretty neat little deal there. Not much to it. But we'll clean all this up. I'm not sure if that was supposed to come out that easy or not, but it did. It looks like there's a little pin or something right there. Some kind of little spring loader deal. We'll investigate that and check it out good. But anyway, we've got it down to pretty much the housing. We'll see if we can get the rest of this out. It looks like there's some Torx, reverse Torx bolts here. We'll take all that apart. We'll keep bringing you back and letting you see what we got going on. All right, this part's just for Jeff's knowledge. Right. Right side. 4 volts. All right, I'm gonna try to stay out of the way so you can at least kind of get a look at the way this comes apart. This little housing is keyed. The inner tubing comes up and it receives that all the way up into there. And this piece goes behind the little piece in there. Unscrew all that. You can take a socket the size of that inner tubing and just tap that tubing and it'll just ease right out. This one did. It just fell right out. And I'm going to pull this thing apart and just let you see how it comes apart. This piece comes off first. And again, it's keyed. I hope you can see that. And then this shaft will pull right out. And maybe you can see that. Here's where this piece of tubing, and this is just thin wall tubing. It is rusty. It is keyed, I'm assuming, to keep this piece, this neutral safety switch deal here, whatever this is, keyed in the right direction. It has to all line up. So, and then the plastic, that's about the only piece of plastic on it. Housing will come off, and you're left with the housing and then the inner workings of the steering column. I'll put all this stuff in the blast cabinet, clean it all up good, and we'll go from there. I'll probably upload this and let you see how it came apart. It's probably not extremely detailed. I did the best I could, because I was learning on the way. So, we'll leave it at that for now. And we'll get back out here in a day or so and start cleaning up. All right, tubers.